what do you make of his composure throughout the game and in that moment, that shot for you guys?
Yeah, it was a big-time shot. You know, it's just a testament to all the hard work he's been putting in. I mean, the confidence he has in himself, the confidence we have in him. He's a sponge. You know, he soaks up all the information that we give him. He wants to learn. He wants to get better. He's not afraid of the moment. You know, and it shows right there. You know, he's a hard worker. He play hard, do the right things. You know, even when we get on him, you know, and during the game, you know, he's right there accepting the criticism. You know, accepting the help and applying it on the floor. And great pass by Russ, big shot by Austin. Didn't even hit the net, you know. So he was shot for him.
Hey guys, obviously there's a ton to talk about in the last 24 hours, but to stay with the game, prior to some of those shots you mentioned, there are some pretty bad misses down the stretch. Wayne had an air ball that he short arm.
Is that what you said?
Pretty much.
And Wayne missed that one, and then he comes back and steps up and hits that shot. Russ obviously, you know, hits a huge shot. Austin hits a huge shot. What was the mood like after that game, considering kind of the 24 hours that you guys have had with protocols, with obviously an emotional game out on the court too?
First of all, I mean, on the shots on the court, I mean, guys put in a lot of hard work on their abilities and things. So at the end of the day, you live with the results. And Wayne had two great looks, and he missed both of them. And after my miss, AD was able to get the offensive rebound and kind of kick it out. He kind of juggled it, and Wayne picked it back up and just trusted his work. Same with Russ. I mean, Russ shoots a bunch of shots in practice and workouts and things of that nature. And he airballed one, and he came right back when the game was on the line once again, and he knocked it down. So these guys just trusting the work that they put into it. And then as far as, you know, last 24 hours, we're just kind of living in the moment right now. We know it's been a lot going on, but ultimately we're just living in the moment. You know, and extremely proud and excited for AR15 and what he was able to accomplish tonight.
That one for both of you. LeBron, on tonight's game, you guys are, I think, 5-1 now in overtime games, and first 30 games this season maybe hasn't gone exactly the way you would have hoped it would. But that number, how can that benefit this team moving forward? How you perform in close games like that?
It hasn't gone as everyone else has hoped it would. It's gone as how it's gone. I mean, you go out and you play the game, and you know, you want to be better. What I need that for?
Because Spectrum can't.
I already got talked to him. And you know, you want to be better. Every single day. You know, we want to continue to work our habits, continue to do what we got to do to be great every night. And so we are what we are as a team. We have a lot of injuries, a lot of mixed lineups. You know, obviously guys in protocol, false protocols, you know, things of that nature. So we are what we are as a team right now, and we like what we have.
The knee, how you feeling? Like, what was this last week or something like for you?
He feels fine. Trying to, you know, get the soreness out. We ready to play, but it's fine. Some treatment, some rehab, and I was ready to go tonight.
Do you feel like it's behind you?
Yes. Yep.
Since you hugging the mic, while to get the team tonight, that second half you started going pretty good. Over time you started letting them down.
No, just adjusting to their defensive schemes against me. You know, they were doubling every time I caught the ball, you know, on a post, and you know, when we threw a little pocket pass, another defender was right there in my lap, so I couldn't get the shot. But it just, you know, just figuring out their schemes, you know, throughout the course of the game, figure out ways to beat them, to get shots, and you know, talking with Brian, Russ, you know, and Doe, just figuring out ways, Melo, figuring out ways to give me the ball on the move and get some good looks. I was able to get that, you know, in the third quarter, get going, and then in the overtime, made some shots, but you know, just trying to figure out, you know, their scheme. I mean, obviously we, you know J Kidd, you know, and what he likes to do. So we know he's going to throw some stuff at us, and you know, we're able to defeat it and look at all the reads that we had on the offensive end and pick them apart.
Mike.
LeBron, you and AD, of course, were #1 overall picks, and I'm sure you had a certain idea coming into the league. Just when you see a moment like that for Austin, like undrafted and just kind of different circumstances, is there anything about that for somebody that has a moment like that maybe they dreamed about but wasn't necessarily expected by everybody else?
See, that's the thing about it is we don't go around and playing the game or doing what we do, and try to get someone else's expectations of us. People are going to write their stories. People are going to talk about what we need to do on the floor, things of that nature. We, as a group, that's all that matters. How we collectively carry each other, how we collectively hold each other accountable, and how we continue to celebrate each other when one has a moment. And that's what it's about. So, we don't. It's not about what other people expect out of us. It's what we expect out of ourselves and the 15, 17, whatever guys we have in our locker room.
Last question, Kyle.
Yeah, just LeBron, I know you said a second ago that you kind of stay in the moment through all the changes of the season, but how difficult is it to prepare for a game with cases coming up the day before, and guys that you might think a day before the game might be in or not, and you're missing some familiar voices from the sideline? How do you kind of prepare for a game under those circumstances when things change?
Not hard at all. If I'm available and I'm ready to go, then my mindset starts the moment I wake up. So it's not hard at all for me.
Thanks, Bill.
We have highlights, and we have a lot of them. Anthony Davis.